Hello, welcome to my very first video review of a WWE live event. Anybody that knows me knows that I am a huge WWE fan. I have been since I was a little kid growing up into the Attitude Era. So I thought it was appropriate to go ahead and review their most recent live event that just happened live from Tokyo. So this is what the WWE Network is for. This is the type of stuff that we were waiting for when it was first announced. Here we have a live special airing live from Tokyo, Japan on the 4th of July. Yes, you had to wake up early in the States to watch it, but nonetheless, it was worth it. The event was titled The Beast in the East. The Beast in the East. That was my best Paul Heyman impersonation. I tried to do him justice. But the reason the event was named that was because of the top billing given to Brock Lesnar. At this event, he had his very first match since WrestleMania, since he lost the World Heavyweight Championship to Seth Rollins. So like I said, this event aired live from Tokyo on the WWE Network. It aired at 4:30 Central Time here in the States from where I'm from, 4:30 Central Time. So to get right into it, the first match was Chris Jericho versus Adrian Neville. Adrian Neville was a young upstart from NXT. Chris Jericho, obviously a legend in, all of WWE and professional wrestling. I thought it was appropriate. Chris Jericho, he returned for a match. He made his fame in Japan before he hit the States, so it was just appropriate that they opened up the night with such a legend in the professional wrestling industry. So the match went about almost 20 minutes. It was about 17-18 minutes. It started off slow. It was a very methodical pace, but then it picked up. We saw some really good moves, really good counter moves. And I think Jericho can still go. He can still wrestle with some of the best of them, and he's still giving us some entertaining matches. Although he does look a bit out of shape a little bit because he's not on the road full time. Nonetheless, I thought the match was, overall a decent match, a good opener to the show. Neville takes a lot of high flying, risks. He's definitely one of the best athletes in the business right now. So overall, this was a solid performance. Like I said, Chris Jericho, it seems like he's on his victory lap of his career. He's wrestling a lot of young talent, getting them over. So I think he's doing a really good service to the WWE. The next match on the card was a triple threat Divas match between Nikki Bella, Tamina, and Paige. Now Nikki, she's held the WWE Divas Championship for a long time right now. She's one of the longest reigning champions. So her challengers in Paige and Tamina, I thought it was an okay match. It wasn't the best Divas match I've seen. Recently, the Divas have gotten a lot more attention and they've been putting on pretty good matches overall. But this particular match didn't quite do it for me, so I thought it was a little bit of a slump in the show. Now, the next match on the card, it is the match that this event was built around. Brock Lesnar took on Kofi Kingston. Brock Lesnar. Again, that was my best Paul Heyman rendition of saying Brock Lesnar's name. So as a lot of fans pretty much expected, this was a complete squash match. Brock completely dominated Kofi Kingston. I will give it up to Kofi. He made Brock look like $1 million. He really sold all of the moves. Kofi, he's an incredible athlete as well, so he was able to take a beating from Brock Lesnar, who's one of the toughest in the game right now. He even dismantled, the rest of New Day. That was pretty much easy for him, so Brock just looked strong as ever. Like I said, this is what I expected. They're just making Brock look strong heading into his match with Seth Rollins at Battleground. The next match on the card was what I consider the true main event of the evening. NXT superstar Finn Balor took on NXT champion Kevin Owens in a singles match for the NXT Championship. Kevin Owens has really been building his character in the past few months. He's getting promoted to the main roster. He's had a pretty impressive feud with John Cena over the past couple of months, and they've delivered some really good quality matches in preparation for him, heading to the main roster. Also, Finn Balor, he's had a meteoric rise, in the company. He got a start in Japan, so it was only appropriate that he returned to challenge for the NXT Championship. Easily, this match was the best match of the evening. They really showcased, what these NXT stars are capable of. I thought the two delivered a really impressive match. They didn't overdo it with the false finishes. I thought they had an appropriate amount. The athleticism was there. All of the spots were good. And I think the pacing of the match was really good as well. It lasted about, almost 20 minutes, if not that. And overall, it was just an incredible match from top to bottom. And we now have a new NXT World Heavyweight Championship in Finn Balor. And Kevin Owens is moving up to the main roster full time, continuing his feud with John Cena. So overall, this match did a really good job at servicing both of the participants. Like I said, Kevin Owens is moving up. Finn Balor is rising up, in his status, and he's about to begin a new feud in NXT and continue his rise. The final match of the evening saw John Cena and Dolph Ziggler take on Kane and Wade Barrett. I pretty much understand why this match was last. I mean, John Cena is the poster boy for WWE. He is that guy. So when they go overseas and do live shows, especially in Tokyo, where places he's extremely popular, it's only right to have, you know, some fan favorites close out the show. The match wasn't anything spectacular. It wasn't the greatest match in the world, of course. Nobody expected that. But again, I thought it was an appropriate closing. John Cena is the guy. Send the fans home happy. You know, it was a decent match that put over, you know, 2 of the top baby faces in the company. So overall, I thought this show was pretty good. It wasn't the greatest show in the world, but I thought it was pretty good. Hopefully the network can do more live shows like this. I think this opens up the opportunity for more live specials, even from an international standpoint. This is what we pay for the network for, to do unique things like this. The environment was different. The fans, you know, international fans from Tokyo, even the show itself just had a minimalist, you know, feel to it. It didn't have too much overproduction like we typically see from Raw, SmackDown, any pay-per-view. This was a good show that focused on the quality of the matches and superstars. As always, follow me on social media, JRW the Creator, on Twitter and Instagram. Go check out my website, jordanrwilliams.com, for anything else in entertainment, music, and movies. And I will see y'all next time.